So DJI have been updating things again, and they have launched DJI Fly App 1.21.8 for this controller right here. At the time of recording this video, it's not yet available for iOS, but it does bring a quite interesting safety feature, which, in my personal opinion, you are either going to absolutely love or hate. But don't worry, because if you do hate it, you can just turn it off in the menu. So what's this all about? Let's get into it. Now, it's at this point I would usually pop on screen some sort of release notes to discuss what has been updated with this new version of the Fly App 1.21.8. However, this test is going to be done using the DJI Lito 1 and, of course, the DJI RC2 controller. Now, with this controller, DJI have actually bundled this new Fly App in with the firmware update, and there was no specific release notes just for the DJI Fly App, so I can't actually do that, but not to worry, because of course I'm going to explain everything that I've found in this video regarding this new feature. Now, this new feature is purely a feature of the DJI Fly App. Okay, you don't actually require any firmware updates on your drone to be able to get this to work, and that's proven by the fact that, as I've just mentioned, I'm doing it with the Lito 1, and if I just pop the screen recording on this screen, you will see that there is actually a firmware update available for this drone. However, I'm not going to do it yet. If I pop into the menu, you will see this new feature. So what is the new feature then? Well, it is called Vision Assist Auto Display. Now, many of you are going to say that this isn't particularly a new feature, because when DJI all back when launched the Mavic 3 drone, they gave us the ability via the DJI Fly App to physically look through those vision sensors to aid flying in tight spaces, for example. Now, it's not something that I was particularly interested in, but I know many of you did really like this feature. All you needed to do was where the compass was, just swipe through the compass, swipe through the map, and then select the vision sensor you wanted to look through, whether it was left, right, downwards, or indeed from the back. However, DJI have changed that behaviour ever so slightly. Now, the easiest way to explain what this is all about is simply to show you. So before we take off, we're just going to check the weather on Drone Companion, and as you can see, this is one of the most comprehensive weather reports that you're going to get out of any drone website or app. And as you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful day. Obviously, as you can see, we've got no rain in the area as well, and the forecast is looking perfectly good. And if we check the wind direction, we know exactly where that's coming from, so we can factor that in our flight. But of course, the winds are so low, we're not expecting any issues at all. We've gone through our pre-flight checklist, and of course, we don't particularly need any best settings for what I'm showing you here. But if you are new to drones and you want to get the most out of it, this is a great tool to be able to dial your settings right in from the beginning and get the best out of your drone. Once you've got the settings all dialed in and you've captured that perfect shot, you can use the Fly Spots feature to pop it on the map and share your work with the world and give us others inspiration onto where they could possibly fly. And what I really like is this tool, whereas if you don't want to go searching through the menus, you can simply ask Drone Companion a question such as, you know, how do I calibrate the compass, or is it safe to fly in tomorrow evening, for example, and Drone Companion can tell you exactly what the conditions are going to be like and whether it's safe to fly for your particular drone. Or even if you just want to ask it what ND filter you should use for a bright sunny day, it's going to be able to tell you. It's like having literally your own little Drone Companion with you in your pocket at any point during your flight, and you do get a free trial to check it out, so I'll leave a link in the video description. So with this Vision Assist Auto Display, it does things a little bit differently, because of course, if you are flying forward, everything's good, you've got your camera feed, it's nice and bright, and of course you can see exactly where you're going or any obstacles. However, rather than actually having to switch on the vision sensor view for the direction with which you are traveling, now with this option toggled on in the DJI Fly App, what the drone will then do is, if you are literally flying to the side, it will automatically switch the compass to that side vision view, enabling you to see any obstacles that are to the side of you. And then, of course, this works whether we're going left, whether we're going right, or indeed whether we're going backwards, or even going down. Then, once you resume your normal forward flight, it's going to automatically switch back to your compass view, which of course many of you are going to find incredibly useful indeed. And to be fair to DJI, they have really thought about this, because what you can actually do is lock that vision assist view, whereas of course you couldn't before. So say for example, I was flying right, then I wanted to start flying left, but I'd selected the vision sensor to show me the right, it would then switch to the left. But with this new lock feature, once I lock it, it's going to make sure that even with this vision assist auto display turned on, it's going to keep the view that I've specifically requested in the DJI Fly app. So just to make you aware of that. So what do you think to that? Interesting update indeed, and of course please do let me know what you think in the comment section below. I can honestly tell you that since DJI launched this feature with the Mavic 3, I don't think in flight I have ever once switched to the vision sensor view, okay, but of course many of you may well have done so, especially I suppose if you're flying indoors, where the obstacle avoidance might be a little bit too intrusive and stopping you from being able to physically fly through, say, for example, a property. If you're doing any sort of real estate videos or anything like that, I see this might be useful here. But ultimately, I suppose you're generally watching your drone at all times. So yeah, let me know if you think this is something that you are going to find useful. So I just wanted to bring you this video just relating to that safety feature. The drones I have flown, I found the DJI Fly app perfectly stable indeed, so I don't feel any need to go taking out 3, 4, 5, 6 drones to test them all. I just wanted to bring you a short, sharp video to show you exactly what this does, what it's all about, and ultimately gauge your feedback as to what you think all about it. So if you hear anybody on the forums that have not updated yet and they're telling you that no, you must be doing something wrong, because I have seen that, because they haven't checked that this update actually does what I've just shown you, and they think they rely you, just send them this video and I'll put right that this is a new feature and it's not you accidentally swiping on your screen. But please do also share this video on social media so people see my video. It really is appreciated. And of course, if you did enjoy it, give it a big thumbs up. It tells YouTube algorithm more people just like you might want to watch my content. Subscribe if you're awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. See you again soon.